That's a mistake.
Greetings, mortals, and welcome to October. I forgot to actually open a shit.
So, today is going to be a day for mastering our masters. So our goal today is basically going to be to get ourselves enough levels so that we can comfortably progress with the plot without worrying about falling behind on masters, right? So Giotto is until 26 for Ryu. My thinking right now is that Ryu I'm not going to level at all, and that I'm just going to be leveling the specific people that need to be leveled in order to get these masters done. Momo in particular needs to be done, and I'm thinking that I'm going to try to master all of these masters, so I think it should work. We won't master all the masters. We're not going to master Days yet. Days requires 15 levels. And I was thinking that I was going to do those 15 levels under Gar, and I have fundamentally just changed my mind. I don't want to do those 15 levels under Gar. I want to do those 15 levels under Ray. I had underestimated how tanky Ray is right off the bat. He actually has pretty decent tank stats. So instead, I am going to be dumping him under Days. His tankiness is going to just tank, but his other stats should be in good shape from that. And the quick like 3 levels that I need for each of the hide and seek gain, we're going to do each of those on Gar. Okay. So, all of that said, what are we going to do right now? I need to check who is done. So, we're going to pop back over to our dashboard so that we can actually keep an eye on the chat. And we are going to pop out of here. So we're back here, and by back here, I mean we're exactly in the spot that we left off at the last stream. I certainly didn't do a 5-minute stream thinking that I had more time than 5 minutes, and then immediately stop in the middle of wandering from one place to another. That never happened, and it would never happen, because how would something silly like that happen? Not possible. So, we're gonna continue on a road. I didn't actually have lyrics for that. So the other thing that we need to do is we need to get 1 level under Nina so that Nina can master Handara. And I'm wondering where I want to go to do my leveling. It's kind of tempting to try... it's debatable. So, we now have access to a really easy spot to get Octopus, which is nice. I think I'm going to pop over to the fairy field first, just to make sure that we are all set and all caught up with them. This is just something that, for my part, I'm not worrying too much about the fairies right now. I'm not trying to accomplish anything specific with them. Ooh. We're just going to try to get the culture level up to at least... I think the cap is 8. So we're going to try to get our culture level up to 8. And it's culture level 6 now, which is pretty good. Whoa, Pafau is amazing. I'm going to put her here for now. Do I want to put her there? No, I don't need her there. That's a waste. Okay, so we're gonna have her, well, them, researching jobs. And I'm gonna talk to these people over here. I'm trying to think of how we can grow faster. I don't actually know if having multiple people under culture would work faster. But we are set for now. Okay, so there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with the fairies eventually as you get new jobs for them and things like that. But for right now, I don't think it's worth it to worry too much about them. You just want to basically get them to the point where they have sort of max culture and just build them up like that. It's kind of like an RTS where the beginning thing that you want to do is just build all the workers and just start getting your economy working the way that you want it, and then you like get other stuff done. So, same basic concept. I probably could have taken one of those hunters off, but I'm going to leave them all on for now. So we're going to go ahead and save the game. And we are going to start looking at our skill notes. Because we want Monopolize on Momo. So I've got an idea for how I want to handle this now. So Monopolize on Momo. And I think I have sufficiently done my research and it's safe to do that. He does not need Flame Strike because he already has a... Oh, actually he doesn't have that anymore, so I guess Flame Strike is fine. Do we want to get the Fire spell on somebody? Yeah, I'm gonna put Charm on him. I forgot to put Steel on Peiko. So he's got Steel. He's got 7 skills. He does not need Thunderclap. Absolutely not. We have Influence. Influence is good to have. Monopolize. Rest, Blitz, Shadow Walk. Alright, so we are going to now swap things up a bit. Anything else that I need? Yes, I need Burn on somebody. It might as well be him. Actually, no. I want Burn on Peiko. No, I actually don't. Because Peiko doesn't regenerate SP, so just putting Burn on a character that has unlimited mana makes more sense. So that's 7 on him. And he has Charm. Peiko has Steel. And we are all set. Okay, so the basic gist of how we're going to handle things for now is we're going to head over to the volcano, and at some point I'm going to want... I'm actually wondering whether I want to... I'll just bring Nina for now, actually. We'll bring Peiko into the party as soon as Nina hits level 25. We'll then go over to Handara. We can slap her onto Emitai at level 25. And she'll basically just stay there forever at that point. Okay, so... But first we need to get Momo up there. And we are going to actually go through the entire Zublo area to the back door of Mount Zublo. Actually, good thing that I recognize this. Momo is still under days, and getting to level 12, she's not supposed to be on days. She is supposed to be on, I believe, Gar. Give me a second. That's Gar. On Fall. So yeah, she has 2 levels under Fall now. She's already level 11, correct? Yeah, okay, so I need to go talk to Fall, and Momo's just going to be able to monopolize. She'll get 2 levels under Fall. Everything there is going to be golden. Then, interestingly enough, she's actually going to be getting a level under Bunyan. Bunyan is kind of a weird pick, because he's just a weird pick. But he actually is going to give her more overall stats than any other character would, except for Fall, who would penalize her agility, and I don't want to be penalizing her agility right now. And so penalizing her AP a little bit is not that big a deal for her. She has a lot of AP to play with, so -2 AP isn't going to really hurt her at all. Especially considering how much time she's going to be spending under her other masters. So we're going to give Fall to her. That's going to give her a nice little boost to her durability as well, which is good, because her durability right now could use some work. What do you want? There's someone who wants to be my apprentice? There absolutely is. And we are going to put Momo. Okay, Momo, you're my apprentice now. So Momo's going to be swapping a lot, which is the primary reason that I'm intending to be swapping this up the way that I am, just swapping between all the different characters and getting everybody leveled up, is just because I want to be playing with Momo because she's a lot of fun to play with, and she's sort of like my endgame party member. I think that I've kind of puttered around with the other party members for long enough, and I'm ready to use my actual endgame party. The other key is that I'm approaching the point where I can fight the super bosses of the game. You can actually fight the super bosses extremely early if you recognize that they're there. So it's possible for you to fight the super bosses way earlier than you'd think. And so my hope is that I can actually take out the super bosses. So I think I'm going to not use Monopolize right now. And do I need to do anything else? Nina just needs... yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we're gonna go to Zublo. And the reason that we're going to Zublo is that I think that and I could be wrong on this, but I think that Zublo is one of the more efficient places to level right now. And I do not have Steel right now, so I'm just going to have her use Simoon. We are going to stab this thing in the face. And we're going to not monopolize, so we're just going to Shadow Walk. What? So he's apparently immune to whatever damage type he's doing right now. I should have given... okay, we're fine. She does have what she needs. So he needs to swap his weapon. The Feather Sword is apparently doing nothing to this thing. And we're going to use Barbarossa. I'm actually gonna snooze. It is so weird not having to worry about leveling up the characters that are in my party. It's very strange to me right now. Being like, okay, what bad things are gonna happen to me as a result of what I'm doing right now? It's like, nothing at all bad is gonna happen to you. Okay, it's apparently also immune to that damage type. I had no idea Vulcans had so many resistances. Okay, so Momo has not leveled up yet. We're going to be leveling up Arc. I have some slight concerns about that, but nothing too major. If worst case scenario, I just need to dump some stuff over there. So we're going to swap his weapon again. Heavy Dagger is pretty strong and has Frost Element, so that should do the job we needed to. I didn't realize that the Heavy Dagger had a Frost Element to it. Am I on the front line? Attack formation. So... Didn't occur to me to check my formation, but... Oh! That was a lot of damage. Alright, so he's going to actually take a nap. I think that he could actually one-shot this Vulcan. That was like 300 damage base. That is a one-shot on that Vulcan. Okay. So Momo's now level 12. She gets a huge amount of stats. And we can... She even gets int, which is kind of interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, friends. Come on, friends. So we're definitely at the front of an attack formation. We're just waiting for basically either of them to level up again. The next time either Nina or Momo levels, we have to go swap out to a new master. And I actually don't know who will level first. And that is not a lot of EXP. So if we fight a Vulcan, that'll be enough to level up Momo again. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. So Momo's gonna level up first, and then we will pop out again. We're gonna then swap her over. I don't know who the next master is. I think it's Bunyan? It's the Bunyan level. There are not a lot of levels where putting a character on Bunyan is a good idea. I'll be honest. It's pretty damn rare. So are we just gonna one-shot this thing? Okay, so she is... yeah. Okay. Vulcan begins to move. We're not quite gonna one-shot it. Oh no, this might actually kill Nina. It's closer than I'd like it to be. So, Momo levels up. Momo learns Quake. 9 HP, 5 power, 5 defense. So she's starting to climb up now. So she was really far behind before in level. And now she's finally going to start getting her base stats up on par. So she actually does not level up with Bunyan next level. She actually gets a Daze level. Which is nice because Daze is like 3 inches away from us. So we also are not learning any skills with her. So since we're not learning any skills with her, we don't have to worry about that. So it's Daze, Bunyan, Fall, Daze, Fall, and then Daze, Daze, and then Fall, and then 3 levels of Daze. So the goal level for her is to hit 21. As soon as she hits level 21, we are all 100% set and good to go. That's the point where she has 3 levels worth of experience that she can get. And I feel comfortable actually proceeding with the game at that point. She'll still be under-leveled in terms of, like, I was actually looking at some of the facts and, like, seeing, like, what the recommended levels are. The recommended levels for the boss that I just fought are 26. So I don't actually have anybody that's that high level. I think the highest is still Nina at 25. Which must be that much. You mean there's someone who wants to learn from me? Okay, but only on one condition. You have to call me ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so this is Momo again. Oh ho ho ho! Alright then, Momo, I'll let you be my disciple. You should know, though, I'm a harsh mistress. Ho 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 ho! Anyone else? Nope. Okay, so we're now ready. Momo is under the correct master. And considering that we are very close... Yeah, I don't actually need to have Nina talk to Handara immediately. Would I prefer to, though? Actually, I absolutely would. I would prefer for her to talk to Handara immediately because I am forgetful and I don't want to forget to actually send her to there. So we are going to stick to this other side so that we can just pop... Oh, also, this is a faster way to get in and out, now that I think about it. Because otherwise I have to actually go through the whole walking outside phase first. Okay, so... Our goal now is to pick up level 25 with Nina, and then we can put Nina under a new master and call it a day. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to have her use Simoon, which increases the Lava Man's stats. And then kill it, because I can. So... and we are going to actually have her oh, she's the only one that's fast enough for that. Alright, we're gonna get a snooze off. So I'm hoping that within a few levels, Momo will start to creep up in agility enough that she can consistently outspeed the enemies that we're coming across. But we'll see how long it takes. That is a miss. You know, Nina just punched in the face. Call it a day. Okay, Arc levels up. He's still under his current master, who is largely not great, but has... It's better him than anyone else, honestly. There's no one else that you would rather have under that master. So, there we go. Sorry, I was actually just tabbing back out. So, we've got... Da, 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 da. How much experience does Nina now? Okay. Whatever amount of experience she needs, this will do it for her. Da, 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 da. Lava Man absorbs the flame. And then dies. Okay, so we can... just charge. Get wrecked by the power of Nina. Okay, so Nina's now level 25. That's actually a pretty good level for her. And we're now going to just run right on out of here and go talk to Handara. So we should have Handara mastered now. And we can... we can have one more off the list, just ticked off. No more Handara. So one of the keys is that by getting all of these masters done now, we can use the higher threshold masters later on. God is always with us. What can I help you with today? In honor of your continuing training in faith in God, I reward you with this gift. Nina learned Purify. Ooh. Until we meet again, may God be with you. I didn't realize that she learned Purify from this guy. That's actually pretty good. God is always with us. What can I help you with today? In honor of your continuing training in faith in God, I reward you with this gift! Nina learned Kyrie. Now, it's key that he is not actually done. We have not actually finished all of the things, that are learnable from him, but the other skill that he has that's available to learn, we can learn from an enemy. So, just like Bunyan, who is not technically mastered yet, he's effectively mastered because we don't need to be training under him anymore. But he's not going to show up with a star next to him on the ledger yet. Okay, so we got Kyrie. Kyrie is a very, very potent ability, which basically gives you the ability to insta-gib all undead on the field with 100% accuracy, cannot fail, and it's totally badass, and it costs 5 AP. If you actually do the leveling that's necessary to get it before you leave for Angel Tower, the skeletal dragon that you fight is just one turn. You just use Kyrie on turn 1, the fight's over. So, pretty badass, but something that I'm not going to be using anytime soon. So, Nina's done. We can just swap her out of the party for now. And we're going to swap Gar into the party. Are we? No, we're not. Because there's no reason to walk away from our leveling spot before Momo is done. So we're going to go ahead and have Momo monopolize the next fight to get herself some EXP. Do I want to monopolize? It depends on what I fight. Because she's, I think, pretty close to leveling. Give me a second to find out how close she is. She has 470 to level. So unless it's a Vulcan and a lava creature, which it definitely is not, we're going to go ahead and have her just monopolize. And then Peiko can make with the murder. So one of the keys is that we don't really want our EXP values per fight to get too high, while we're still leveling up characters who are like level 13 and stuff like that. But we should be able... That is amazing. Momo has 18 more max HP than she just did. Okay, so he should be able to one-shot this thing. Oh, he can't! Interesting. Alright, so do we want to just attack? Yeah. The other thing is that we now also have access to sort of the ultimate combo to an extent. Okay, we've got 320 EXP, not too shabby. And we can monopolize again if it's not a Vulcan. If it is a Vulcan, we are not monopolizing because there's a very high chance that... Okay, so she is level 13 going to 14. Just give me a second because I'm paranoid. We're going to confirm this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out and put it into another window so that I can keep both of these active simultaneously. Go. Shrink this down, and there we go. So leveling to 14 is under days. And continue on. Yep. Okay, all set. So now I can see everything that I need to be able to see all at the same time. Life is good. And that is a lone Vulcan. I am absolutely not going to be doing that one thing to it. We're going to monopolize, and we are going to steal. And then on the next turn, we're going to have Arc... Oh, shit! I just had her monopolize. That's not what that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. No! Do The Bunyan level honestly isn't that important. It gives her a +1 overall compared to the Daze level. But it does do so at the cost of agility. It's something that I was worried about. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it that way. I don't know if this is going to give her enough experience to skip 14 and go straight to 15. If it does, then the fates have willed it. And by the fates, I mean my own incompetence has willed it. Oh, right, I need to actually... I'm a dope. I need to do some fire damage to this thing. We'll see. Okay, so... Oh! Miss. Ooh, the lava burst comes out. Peiko is just that slow. I'm curious if I gave him the agility boots, whether that would be sufficient to... So... And she became 14. Good. Good, good, good. So 1 HP, 2 agility, 6 intelligence. Let's see here. So she absolutely has to be really close to leveling, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's like 130 experience away. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop out here. We are going to put her under Bunyan because with her build, she's very much going to be built as a glass cannon. Unlike other characters, specifically Ryu, who, for whom attack power is always useful, and it gets them to certain, like, thresholds faster, she's never going to be capping attack power, right? That's just not her role. She's not going to be capping attack power. We don't have to worry about that. So getting additional attack power is always good for her. In addition, she really, really needs durability in a way that the protagonist, for instance, really just doesn't. Ryu doesn't need durability very much because if he's in a hard fight, he's got 2 lives, right? It only costs him a turn if he gets killed. So, for the most part, he doesn't need to worry about those kinds of stats. So the other thing that I'm going to do is we are going to pop Gar into our party. Because it's time to go talk to the hide-and-seek kids again. And put him under one of them. I don't know who. Just so that he's on the right master. He then has 3 levels worth of experience that he can get. I don't know if I'm going to be... Let's see. I never guessed you'd find everybody. From now on, you're all part of the gang. If you listen to what I tell you, your power will go up. I bet you want me to show you all my tricks, right? Absolutely, friend. I thought so. There's hope for you. Follow me! Okay, so Gar is one of the gang now. Anyone else? No. Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. So the question is, do I want to carry Gar around for a while? And the answer to that is probably yeah. Alright, so we need to pop over even further into the west here. And since I will be so close to Ogre Road, I think I'm going to pop into Ogre Road. Because I think it might be faster to do that than to run all the way back. Because we need to get the 1 level under Bunyan, and then we need a level under Fall for her. So... everybody here can level. We're just going to kill. This is so much damage. Unmotivate. So, Momo has 126 to go. And Gar has 3 levels that he needs to get, so he has a lot of EXP to get. Oh, you're back! You've been working hard? There is, actually. So Momo is going to... This might actually be the last level that I get under Bunyan. So this is kind of a weird level for Momo. I think it's one of the only levels, if not the only level, where she gets 0 intelligence. So it's a very strange level for her. But we are now good to go and ready to level both of them up. So Gar's gonna get some levels. And because of the fact that he's not what I consider to be a permanent party member, I'm not super concerned about, you know, who he's leveling under. He's just gonna get all these, you know, sort of generic folks. It's tempting to put him under Days, it really is, because of the fact that, and maybe I should, honestly, a good portion of the reason that Gar is so bad is because of the fact that his AP is non-existent, so he can't actually do anything with his AP. So maybe putting him under 15 levels of Days would just be worth it. It's really hard to say. It's hard to say because he's really slow and agility is binary. So we are going to... do I want to bring him along for now? I'm actually going to check. I'm going to check Ryu, because if Ryu finishes his Johto levels, he has 1 level of Days, followed by 1 level of Fall. So I'd prefer to be using Monopolize for this, which means that I should just be bringing Keiko along. So Gar has got... Whoops. Gar's gotten what he's going to get for now. So we're going to pop in here, we're going to pick up a quick level on Momo. And that it should only take 1 fight. She just needs to monopolize 1 fight and she should level. And if it's a Vulcan or something like that, she's not going to even monopolize. So that will get her in a little bit of shape. And hopefully we'll be ready to slay all who dare to oppose us. That is my hope. Up we go. Okay, friends. Okay, that's a lone lizard man. Da-da-da. Okay. I would love if this game had Disgaea-style reprisal wars. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, so Momo gains enough EXP to level to 15. 6 power, 2 agility, 4 defense, 1 AP. Okay, so we finished that, and now we're gonna go ahead and get up to 16 with her. But I need to remember I'm under Ryu. Sorry. Let's see. Her next level is under Fall. Okay, so we need to pop back, talk to Fall. It's too bad it's not Days because we're right here, but the next level will be Days. So we should be able to pretty easily level up Momo up to the level that I need her to be at. This place gives a huge amount of experience. You don't really have a lot of escalation in terms of EXP gain as you proceed. Like, I could be going to the plant, but I don't think that the plant is honestly as EXP effective as going to the volcano. You have the ability to do certain things at the volcano, like doubling the EXP values of the volcano guys and the lava men. But beyond that, the volcano just gives really good EXP gains. The 900 from a Vulcan is a huge amount of EXP, and it just bursts you up really fast. So I think that it's, especially because of how easy it is to just plow through them, I think that it's one of the better ways to proceed. So we're going to go with a fall level here. The key is that on any level that she doesn't get agility naturally, we want to pump her under fall so that she is getting the durability that she would be missing otherwise. If she's just sitting under days forever, then she's gonna get really squishy, right? She's gonna get super squishy. She's not gonna have any, HP, no defense. It's gonna be really terrifying for her. And it's not really necessary. You get a little bit more agility that way, but a level under fall, if you don't naturally gain agility, is only -1 agility total compared to using days, right? As opposed to the -4 that you would be expecting, because he gives a 3 penalty to agility. The penalty that he gives to intelligence, particularly for a character who's as intelligent naturally as Momo, and who, and just because of the way that intelligence works, it's not really important enough to justify you doing something else as opposed to using fall for most circumstances. If you're not getting the agility penalty, you absolutely want to be on fall, right? That's pretty much optimal for almost any character in the game. If you're not getting an agility penalty, fall is the best master, because he gives you attack power, he gives you defense, and he gives you hit points, all of which are very good, and the only thing you're penalizing is the weakest stat in the game, which is intelligence. You're gonna ram it, right? If I were you, I'd charge right up from behind it. Control! Ram it? I can tell that idea came from Momo. She should learn the look before she leaps. Great, this just beats all. You should stop talking crap, Mr. I'm gonna turn into a weretiger and die instantly to Mikba. Pursue. The will to keep going, no matter what the cost. That is our greatest strength. Actually, our greatest strength is Peiko. Just saying. Ram the other ship? I'm a little scared, but it'll be okay, right? Okay, so what am I going to do here? 307. So Peiko is level 25, so he's tied for max level with Nina. And we're set. Okay, so next level is a days level. So we're just going to pop over here. We're going to get enough experience to level up. We are going to leave. We're going to talk to Days, and then we're going to level up again. It's going to be great. And we need a little over 900 EXP, so this means that from now on, we should be absolutely safe to have her just monopolize experience from every fight, because the amount of experience she requires to level is a little bit higher than the maximum experience we're going to get in a single fight. So we should be able to cull through the levels very rapidly still. It's not going to take very long. But we don't have to worry about sort of overkill EXP. So we should be good. Because we don't want to get 2 levels at once when we only want 1. So yeah, when she is level 22... we will be in the clear. And until then, we're going to be needing to level her up still. But I'm also not actually sure if I want to do all of the Masters or if I just want to do Momo. I kind of feel like I want to do all of them. Like, just get Gar his 3 quick levels, get him up to maybe, I don't know, like 22. Because 22 should go pretty fast. Or at the very least, get him to 19. Yeah, probably getting him to 19 is better. I'm gonna go ahead and Flame Strike one of these because it seems more sensible than the alternative. Basically, that doubles the amount of experience that I get from him. And actually, I'm gonna do this more than once. I'm gonna do it twice. And then I'm gonna Shadow Walk him. And if I fail to kill there, I'm actually gonna Flame Strike again. So that doubles his experience again. This is dangerous to do. He is going to get really strong really fast. Look at that, 70 damage. But the Shadow Walk gets the kill. So we got quadruple experience for that. So the total amount of experience is as if we had killed 5 of those guys. So not too shabby, but not completely out of control quite yet. And let's see. We're going to have him take a nap on his... Oh, actually we might not need to. We're going to have him do it anyway, because it doesn't matter whether we need to. This is taking longer than I expected, because I was expecting to find some Vulcans early instead of late. But, ooh, opponent has the initiative. Okay, so... just because I'm curious, I'm going to have her monopolize. I'm going to have him Flame Strike. I'm going to see how far I can push this. I don't know whether it increases his agility or not. Those flame blasts are not really hurting me yet. Whee! Boom! And can I... He doesn't need to change anything. I'm gonna do one more of these. I'm gonna have her swap. Because I can give her the asbestos armor. Actually, ooh, that might not do what I want it to do. I don't know if that gives total immunity. Okay, I'll stick with the silver mail for now. Do I want to blitz? I don't think so. We're gonna guard. Oh, 63 damage. Its agility is definitely getting increased by these. It's definitely increasing in agility. So, we've just increased this thing's stats to the point where it's legitimately dangerous to us. Because we're actually doubling its stats every time, so its stats are increasing by the same sort of threshold that we're increasing its EXP value. It's entirely possible that we've increased its stats so high that we're not actually going to be able to hurt it. We will... I'm actually going to have Peiko use Last Resort. It's using a Fire Blast. The key here is that Arc might not be able to hurt it. And he can technically hurt it, but not by a lot. Oh! Okay. That is a little terrifying. So our goal here is basically to just make this thing die before it kills my entire party. And it's using Burn, which is great, because that's gonna heal me up. It's not gonna hurt me. And these 2 attacks will take it out. So let's see how much experience Momo gets out of this. I shouldn't have done that many, actually. It's fine. 588 EXP isn't that bad. And so she's now level 16. Level 16 means that we now pop over to Days. So let's go say hi to her. And we can keep doing this. So you can sort of cultivate EXP gains by fighting those things. They are quite strong, but they're actually interesting in that because they only use fire attacks and a single target physical attack, they never reach the point where they can't just be easily cheesed completely by using manly clothes. Manly clothes will basically just allow you to, basically they work as a soul gem, so if you die, you come back with 1 HP. If you just have those equipped on everybody, then all of the people in your party are immune to being killed, and so you can just increase the potency of those guys infinitely. I don't have an interest in doing it that way, but we do have an interest in doing it in another fashion. So Momo now has 86 max HP. Not too shabby. We're going to put her under Days. Ho! Alright then, Momo. I'll let you be my disciple. You should know, though, I'm a harsh mistress. And no, we're done. Okay, so we need 1 Days level, then another fall level. Then we'll have 2 more Days levels for her. And then we will have a fall level, and then we will be done. Then we have 3 Days levels in a row, which is plenty of EXP to continue on with the plot of the game. So Momo will be set there. I'm thinking that since this is sort of like a off-time stream, this is not during my normal streaming hours, this is not like, you know, prime time. This is going to be my sort of leveling stream. I am absolutely going to get Gar up to at least level 19. I'm debating whether I actually want to make him my Days character, but I don't think so. Getting the 15 levels from Days right now feels almost a little cheap because you get such amazing skills off of Days. So rather than do that, I'm going to sorry, I wanted to swap that up. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, his sword looks a lot cooler as an adult than it did as a kid. Oh, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow my original intention, which was to have Ray be the one to level me up with, what's her name? With Days. And we're going to have Gar just level with the kids and move on with his life. That will make it so that Ray has the capacity to really be absolute first strike, you know, blaster. It will significantly hinder Gar's ability to function because Gar's stat gains are honestly just not terribly functional. So just giving him, you know, a +1 to, you know, some of his core stats every level isn't enough to really give him a clear utility. But that's okay. I mean, he does at the very least have very high damage at the very beginning of the game. So he has that going for him at least. And he has some niche utility in the fact that he does have that Beast Spear, which is 150 damage, which is a lot. You know, 150 damage is nothing to sneeze at. But... Sneeze at? Probably sneer. Anyway. It's nothing to sneeze at either, you know? If you've got the flu, then keep it away from his damage output. But the Beast Spear has some serious downsides, but maybe worthwhile under certain circumstances. So he does have that niche utility, but generally, he's kind of mediocre. Because of the fact that it's like, he has really high base damage, but then he can't use Shadow Walk, because he doesn't have enough AP to use it once. And Momo, at lower level, had enough mana to use it like 5 or 6 times or whatever. So he's just going to take a nap. She's going to monopolize. And he is going to attack the Lizard Man. I'm just going to be blitzing these. Well, assuming that she doesn't get blinded. Oh, she got blinded, so never mind. Wow, they're all attacking her. That's very weird. I'm in the attack formation, right? It's a pretty low probability set of attacks there. Okay, so... Kill this one. Kill this one. Should I have Momo just... nah, it's not worth it. It's weird. Very weird. Their targeting was weird. And... let's charge it. Actually, that was silly. I should have snoozed. Because I'd still get the attack first anyway, but I'd be able to regen a little with Peiko and get a little bit of extra SP on him. That's fine, though. Alright, so we're going to get another level here with Momo. And this is our first time farming, but it's basically just trying to catch up in experience to an extent to where we normally would be anyway. We're trying to recoup some of the experience that we've lost over time. But in the process, because we're going to be leveling with better masters than you normally would be, you're getting some really, really significant gains here. So... So as an example, every level that she's leveling under Fall, she is getting at least +5 compared to her baseline stat gain. So as in, like, she has 5 more total stats than she would have had. Most of the time, Masters have stat gains that pretty much even out. So if you look at the 1 through 9 level range for Arc, he, during that level range, he averaged to about, like, a +1-ish under Bunyan. Because he had a couple of levels that were actually a little better than a +1. But most of his levels were either +1 or nothing. They're just completely neutral. And in fact, there were more levels that I think were completely neutral than levels where he actually had any sort of advantage. So you're changing your stats around, but you're not making your character that much stronger overall, right? But if you use your, what's it called? If you use your stat gains effectively, you have the ability to make a character who is just dramatically stronger total, like the total stat values that they have are way higher than they would be otherwise. So 17 was days, and so we have one more fall level. Oh, we got the magma armor, which is nice. So we have a fall level here. And then we have 2 days levels. And so her speed is starting to pick up, which is nice. Let's see what it's at now. Her power is picking up. Her agility is up to 16. So she's obviously not going to get agility on this round because she's got a fall level, which means her base agility must be 0 for this level. But once we have done it, we should be in good shape. We'll have 2 more levels after this that will give us a total of +4 to her agility. So then she'll be sitting on 20. In addition, she just got the speed ability, I think? Did she get the speed spell? Is that what it was? She did. So she just got the speed spell, which is a very, very powerful ability. And it's gonna help a lot. Those X turns are great. This is the wrong way. But, let's go talk to Fall. And then level up. Now, obviously, we're not going to be... The speed spell isn't going to help too much with Peiko. But a quick casting of speed will give Arc an X turn over just about anything. And with a couple of castings, it'll give Momo a 1 over most enemies. Okay, Momo. I haven't been saving as anal retentively as I normally would be. Which is always concerning to me, because I'm always concerned that I'm going to misclick something. If I misclick and accidentally give Arc Fall, for instance, it's going to counteract all those levels that he already has, because all the levels have to be in a row. You can't, like, do 4 levels under one master, and then 4 levels under another master, and then come back and do the final 4 levels under the first master. They have to be in a row, which is a little troublesome, but that's okay. But it is nice that we have, like, just within the next, the first 10 levels that she has, I guess the first 11 levels, she has access to 5 of those levels. She just doesn't get a single point of agility, so she can just pump up that HP value, just get herself in really, really good shape to make herself able to survive. She's not going to be as tanky as Arc and Peiko, but I have a solution to that. I don't have to worry too much about her, because we're going to use a very rarely used formation, in all likelihood, for some of these boss fights that we're coming up against in the future. So a lot of people use the chain formation, which is, in my opinion, a reasonably weak formation. It really does... I mean, it's not a weak formation. It's just that it's like... It's shoring up characters that don't have as good of stats as they could. If you have a really good character build, I don't feel like the chain formation gives you that much added value compared to other things that you could be doing. So, we've got... Wrong one. Alright, let's see what job this is. I think Handyman. is what we're looking for there. I'm not 100% positive, but we're just gonna do that and call it a day. It doesn't make that big a difference if I'm wrong. So they'll slowly start accumulating products for me to buy. And the hope is, I think that that's the correct setup to get the best armor for Peiko, but I could be wrong. Or maybe I'm thinking of his best weapons. I don't even know. Peiko is interesting because his, like, it's not his best weapon, because his best weapon doesn't come from there. He's an interesting character because he's got, like, trash armor as his best armor, but he's still so overpowered. He's absolutely the monk of this game. Okay, so we are leveling up to 18. That is going to be a very, very nice level for us. Let's take a look at Momo's stats now. So she's now level 17. She's got 86 max HP. So she's increased her max HP by about 50%. It's been more than that. It's been over 60%. But close enough. Close enough for government work. Come on, Vulcan. Give me Vulcan right off the bat. That is a Vulcan right off the bat. Exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and charm. We are going to monopolize, and we are going to steal. So we do want to be stealing the proteins off of these as much as we can. Vulcan defense. And we grab the protein. Hot diggity. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cast Burn. Oh, and she has an X turn as well now. She didn't before. So we'll just have her attack. And there we go. Momo's now level 18. And that's 10 HP, a measly 2 power, but we got our 5 defense, and we got a bunch of HP off of that level. So, that's our level 18 done. We're now going to do 19 and 20 under Days, and Days is right here. We're then going to follow up with one more fall level, and then as soon as we get that fall level, we can come back to here, put her under Days again, and then she is done leveling 4 right now, which will be nice. And then I am going to pop over to Gar after I do that and have him start monopolizing some EXP so that we can get to work. Well, what are we doing here? Did you miss me that much? I did. You're someone who wants to learn from me? Okay, but only on one condition. You have to call me ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so she is swapping. Oh, all right then, Momo. I'll let you be my disciple. You should know, though, I'm a harsh mistress. And there's nobody else who wants to be your disciple. Okay. Not right now, anyway. And let's see here. So we've got 2 more levels under Days. Follow that up with a level under Fall. Let's also take a look at her max AP, because we're increasing her max AP as well. So she's up to 74 max AP right now. Momo's AP values are okay, but they're not as high as you'd expect for a mage. Like a mage character, you would expect to have more AP, but no. Nina's the one that has all the AP. Momo's the one that has all the intelligence, right? So Nina can cast a lot of spells. The spells that Momo can cast are serious business. Oh, nice. Okay, so we are going to charm. We are going to monopolize. And we are going to steal. So Momo is healed up. Peiko is a little bit unhappy. And we failed to steal. We only get an next turn with him for right now. We're just gonna get a nice little burn off on this thing. And then we're gonna stab it in the face. And Momo is going to do what? I'm actually just gonna have her rest. And we're gonna try to steal from this Vulcan again. And regardless of what happens in this next X turn, we're going to go ahead and cast Burn on it. And take a nap. Okay, Vulcan begins. Oh, right, I guess I should have actually had her attack it, huh? Oh well, it's fine. We might miss. But we did. Okay, so that's 1,044. And she actually needs a pretty considerable amount. Of EXP in order to keep it on there, so... How are we doing here? Stabity. Stabity. Yeah, Momo's doing pretty good now, actually. I'm pretty happy with her growth so far. I think in previous playthroughs, I have not given Momo the... Momo's gotten kind of the short end of the stick. I think I put her under Mary Leap for a while. I put her under Delonzo, I know. And both of those characters make you substantially squishier and don't make you any stronger. And by putting her under, you know, so many fall levels... Actually... She's really starting to get pretty beefy pretty fast. So, it's nice to not have to choose between making her a glass cannon and making her actually tanky. Which was kind of the thing that I was thinking before, right? Is that I might have to make that choice. But as long as I have Arc eating all of the, like, agility levels that are trash otherwise, and basically he's eating all of the masters that have questionable stat gains for the most part, at least from the primary party. And so because of that, Momo and Peiko can just absolutely devote themselves to being the best that they can be, which makes me very happy. Because in my previous run, Momo was very useful and very powerful, but when it came to actual difficult encounters, I feel like Momo started to fall behind and wasn't able to pull her weight quite as much, because she was just so squishy. And this time, I do not foresee having that same problem, because even though we're putting her under daze for a lot of levels, she's also being put under fall for a lot of levels, and that makes a huge difference. Okay, so she learned Rejuvenate. She gained 9 AP. So that level in and of itself is just an extra Shadow Walk right there. And so now she needs one more level, and we will be able to swap over to Fall. At that point, once we do that, we get one more level under Fall, and we're done. So we're going to do a Charm, we are going to Monopolize, and we are going to Steal. And so our primary party is still going to be pretty considerably under-leveled compared to like what like fax authors and things like that would suggest that your levels be. But our power level is actually going to be higher. At this point in the game, we honestly should have very little difficulty with the like boss fights, random encounters, what have you. All of those things are starting to fall by the wayside. The difficulty value in the game, what it can present to us, is going to start really just falling apart because it just can't keep up with how powerful this party is now becoming. You've already seen some of that, right, with Ryu and Peiko getting really, really out of control. Which, in Ryu's case, is a little surprising. It's not super surprising because it's Ryu. But it's still a little bit surprising just because of the fact that he hasn't had a terribly controlled leveling experience. He's been getting a lot of agility, which is part of the reason that he's so good now, is that he has obtained plus 19, I think, agility, compared to what he would have naturally. I guess maybe minus 3 or so from Johto levels so far. I think he totals minus 4 from his Johto levels. So he's got some portion of that now. But it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I'm very much looking forward to reaching the sort of post-game bosses, because I am going to try to kill those the second I get access to them. And if I can defeat those when I am going to try to, it's going to be pretty badass. And one of the nice things is that we can dump all of the EXP that we would get from doing so straight onto Peiko, because Peiko can get an unlimited amount of experience. And normally it would be a serious concern that I'm getting so much experience in one fight, because it's like, I'm going to blow through the levels. I can't have a controlled leveling experience at this low level if I'm doing that. But because of the fact that Peiko's controlled leveling experience just means all the levels are full, he can gain 5 levels in one fight and not have to worry about any problems there. So I am hopeful that we'll be able to do so. I'm not positive that we'll be able to do it, but I think we should be able to. I think that it should work out fine for us, based off of the kind of stats that I think we'll have and the tools that we'll have at our disposal. I think we might be okay. Though, again, it's going to be rough. It's not going to be easy. Do I want... I should have had him snooze. Though maybe not. I mean, he's got 27 AP. He doesn't need to actually snooze at this point. I could, when I'm dealing with these lower level enemies, like these small packs that aren't really worth very much, I could just eat the experience on Arc. But he actually does not have nearly as much experience as I would like him to have available. And I don't really want to have to worry about doing monopolized stuff too much as we're proceeding through the next couple of bosses. And I don't want to have to run away from all the random encounters and stuff like that, so... I'm curious about these lizards. They seem to exclusively target Momo. I'm wondering if they target the lowest HP enemy. There we go. So Momo's almost level 20. At level 21, she needs the fall level. So we get this level, which we'll probably get in the next fight. And today. Fire! Okay, so we're pumping up its HP, or not its HP, everything except its HP. And we don't have an X turn here, so we're just gonna stab it and move on with our lives. There we go. Momo learns Might, which is a cool spell. It's not that big a deal because we do have War Shout already. And she gets a pretty good level here with a +2 to her agility and a +4 to her might, or her power rather. So she's starting to pick up all of the buff spells that she would want, and she starts to get really intense around this time. She gets access to speed, which is probably the best buff spell in the game. I don't think there's an AoE version of it, so I'm pretty sure that that's like the best buff spell in the game. Because nothing compares to giving an X turn in this game. So that was the 2 levels under days, so actually we need to go the other way and go talk to Fall. Bum, 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 bum. Time to talk to Fall and get 1 level. 1 level. We just need 1 level. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Let us go and talk to Fall. Alright, so this is great. This is actually going pretty fast. How long have I been live? Been live for about an hour and a half. Not too bad. Bum, bum, dum. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, Momo, you're my apprentice now. Anyone else want to be my apprentice? Nah. Come back anytime. I'll be there. So Momo now has pretty good speed. Actually, we can compare her directly. Is she level 20? So we can compare her directly to Ray, so we'll get some idea of how their stats compare. I'm gonna pull them both in the party. So they're both level 20. So you can see that Ray has substantially more hit points. Momo actually has, I think, the power lead, because I think Ray is using the Kotzbalger. Give me a second. Yeah. Oh, but he has trash gear. Let's give him some decent equipment. There we go. So, at this level, Ray has a little bit of a power advantage over her using a crap weapon that she doesn't need to be using. So she has a little bit of a power advantage. Agility-wise, he's a little bit ahead of her. Not a huge amount, but he does have a significant agility lead. And she has over double the AP he has. So when you're talking about doing shadow walking and things like that, she's ahead. That said, he does have access to the tiger form. So that gives him that edge that that she does not have, which allows him to be like sort of a physical powerhouse, a little bit more so than she can be. To be fair, Were-Tiger form triples your attack power, and Shadow Walk does a little bit more than double damage. So, honestly, Were-Tiger form isn't that big of an upgrade over just her her access to using Shadow Walk every turn. It's something that I think that a lot of times people overestimate how much value you get out of that. But because of the fact that Were-Tiger form triples your attack power but is using absolutely no special attack, it's just like a right click, just auto attack basically. The actual value you're getting out of it is only high so long as your stats are relatively low. So I'm not positive. If she has this, if she has 155 attack power, yeah, I'd say that we're getting close to the point, but we are not yet at the point where she's going to start pulling ahead of his damage value by virtue of the way that the stats pan out. Because 999 is the max you can get your stats up to, but there we go. I'm actually going to check something quick with my phone. Okay, so oh, max culture is 7, not 8. I'm glad that I checked this. So, we're done getting culture up. And so we're set. So the other people who are currently working on researching culture can start researching jobs, I guess. We are done here. So go ahead and be jobs goals. And then we'll continue. So as long as I still have 99 food, there's no reason for me to swap anybody onto hunting because we have a surplus still. So we will swap things up a bit once that starts to change. So we need, what is it? We need one more level on Momo, and then we will be ready to start leveling up Gar, which, you know, is fine. So the purpose of this stream, I'm probably going to end this stream once I finish the sort of grinding component, is just to get ourselves to the point where we have as many of these masters completely mastered as possible, and that we have certain masters who are basically mastered but aren't technically. So we're looking at the master list for right now. We have a lot of masters on here that are not mastered yet. So we have Bias, who we need 3 levels on. We need 15 on days. Hondara's done. Giotto we're leveling with Ryu as we continue on with the plot. And then we have Bunyan, who is also done. So we just need to get the sort of the hide-and-seek kids done. And then we'll have pretty much all of the masters done for now. With the exception, of course, of Giotto. So we can get a few of the kid masters done now, but I think that I want to, let's see here. So we just got her swapped to fall, so 21 is a fall level, correct? Yes. And we are then going to be able to just cross over, and we'll be able to get the other stuff in we'll be able to get the last levels later on. So the key is that we're getting some really good experience here for levels 1 to about 20, maybe a little higher than that. But we don't want to be sitting here, as an example, if I wanted to give Gar all of the kids done, that would require giving him, how many levels? 12 levels. So that would require getting him all the way to level 25, and I just don't think that that's reasonable. There's no reason for me to be leveling up all the way to 25 with a character that I'm not using as part of my main party. I think that that's just silly. So we're not going to do that. And instead, we're going to be just leveling up Momo, getting a few levels on Gar, getting a couple of these key people done, and then moving on. Ha! But this will put us pretty close to where we're supposed to be in terms of EXP for a while. And so I think we'll have a really easy time with the next few bosses. That's my guess. There are a few bosses in this game that I think are reasonably difficult just generally. But I don't know that we're going to fight any of them. Because I think that we've already pretty much fought most of the more challenging bosses in the game. There's a few of them that are going to be challenging, but bear in mind we are about to face off with some enemies that we are absolutely not the appropriate levels to be facing off with. There are post-game encounters in this game, and we are absolutely going to be taking them on a little over halfway, 3/4 of the way through the game, right? We're going to be pretty low level and pretty unprepared, like gear and such wise for them. So hopefully that goes well for us. I could pump up the Lava Men to give them higher stats. I don't think that it's actually worth it, based off of how long it's taken me to, get the Flame Strike off and do all that stuff. I just don't think it's worth it unless I'm planning on going all in on it. And I'm not going all in on it here. This would be I don't think that I would be able to handle them in the way that I would want to handle them. So we've got 2 Lava Men and a Vulcan. We're going to Charm. We're going to Monopolize. We are going to Steal. So we should be able to get a pretty good amount of experience here. And this might be enough to get us where we want to be. I'm going to try and steal from this thing, and we succeeded. So we are going to burn this. And we are going to kill it. So I'm going to hit this one with none, but we are going to get the Vulcan prepared. Oh, never mind, we're not, because Flame Strike did 0 damage. Okay, we need to burn it. And shoot it. That's 119 damage. Stabbity. And that is not quite enough to level us up. Too bad. Okay. But this level, or whatever it is that we face here, should be enough. Hard to say, actually. Alright, so round 1, I'm actually going to triple this thing's EXP value. Oh, sorry, quadruple its EXP value. And I think that should be enough. This thing with quadruple and this should be enough to do the job. Whoa! I don't think I've ever seen them use this before. I mean, I have, but not in this playthrough. I think that might be something that they only use. It almost guaranteed is something that they only use after you've already buffed them. So hopefully. We're fine. There we go. So that gives us 230 experience. Momo becomes level 21, 7 AP and HP, 3 power, and 5. A gigantic 5 defense. Okay, so we've now popped Momo up to level 21. She's now in perfectly good shape to continue on with the game. We've got 106 HP on her, 95 AP, so she can cast a lot of Shadow Walks. So that's good. And her intelligence is actually decent, which is nice. But in addition, she is a pretty quick and pretty hard-hitting member of the team. So we can use this to travel where Daze resides. So we will go ahead and say hello to her. Well, well, what are you doing here? Did you miss me that much? You mean there's someone who wants to learn from me? Okay, but only on one condition. You have to call me ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Momo. So Momo's set for now. Ho! All right then, Momo. I'll let you be my disciple. You should know, though, I'm a harsh mistress. Ho! Anyone else? No. Come back and see me again sometime. Good luck. Alright. So, we are set with Daze, so we're done with her for now. So we're going to pop Gar into the party. And Gar is going to have a substantially faster leveling spree because, unlike Momo, who is leveling, 1, maybe 2 levels at a time, Gar is just going to be leveling in 3-level intervals and should have a pretty easy time with it. And do I want... What do I want to do? Okay, so we know that we need to pop into the camp and give ourselves the Monopolize ability on Gar. Okay, so we're going to change up our skill notes. I'm not going to change anything for her. So we're going to take Monopolize off of her. Let's slap it on Gar. And that's pretty much his only purpose, I think. Alright. So, Gar is just going to level up, get 3 levels, and we will move on. Da, 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 da. Now, one of the differences, of course, is that Gar is going to be substantially slower than Momo ever was. So he is going to have a little bit more difficulty, getting off his Monopolize and stuff like that, but that's fine. I could actually have the Ring of Fire on Peiko now, but I am a lazy person, so I didn't actually do it. So we're going to give him the... Do I have the speed boots? I do not. That's fine. Ba-da-da-dum. That's a little right formation. So hopefully Gar goes before Keiko. Did that time. So Gar is trying to get up to level 16. Getting to 16. Give me Vulcans. Come on, baby. Give me the Vulcans. That's what I want to see. That's not a Vulcan. That's an insolent little lava. I'm actually just going to charge it. Come on, Vulcans. Give me the Vulcan. You are not Vulcans either. At least this time it's actually worth casting Monopolize, though. So he should get 180 XP from this, which might actually level him up. No, he needs a lot of experience. He needs a lot of XP. Not a huge amount, but he needs enough. Oh shit, Peiko actually went first. Yeah, Gar is just that slow. Alright, so... we got a little bit more EXP on the protagonist, a little bit concerning, but not that big a deal. For those little ones, it's probably better for me if it's just a single target, for me to just blow them up and not worry too much about it. Oh god. One lizard. Woo! 10 EXP. I'm very excited. Okay. Moving right along. But we should be able to get up to 16 pretty fast. I'm actually wondering if I even want to get more than one of these done. Because it's not really necessary. I think that getting the one done is necessary because the amount of experience that I'll get from an individual fight is just too high to justify, like, eating. So we're going to get him to a safe position in that regard, and then we are going to move on from there. Because while we're not, you know, actively seeking to utilize him a lot right now, you want him to be safe, right? You don't want to be like, oh no, the party that I have doesn't have Monopolize, and so, you know, I have to kill off Gar. You know, I'm done trying to kill off my party members. I want my party members to be nice and healthy and have proper victories against my enemies. So Gar is now level 14, which is kind of sad, really. That was his first level up. Because I've just been getting such trashy XP. Come on, guys, give me the Vulcans. Give me a Vulcan. Actually, you can get dual Vulcans in this place, now that I think about it. But I don't think you can get dual Vulcans in this spot, so maybe I should have moved around to the other side. Alright, so we're gonna use a Flame Strike on the... Why did I do that? That was really dumb of me. Okay, so this is gonna heal Gar. It would heal Peiko if I gave him the Fire Ring, but I didn't, so... We're monopolizing the EXP on Gar. Got a Flame Strike going out to the little thing. Stabity. I'm gonna try to steal the protein. We can do it! Good job! Do it, Peiko! No! Okay. There we go. That is level 15. So we just need one more of those fights and we'll hit level 16 with him. That's the type of EXP we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for, but it's fine. Poor Peiko. The enemies that don't use fire attacks and just pound into them for lots of damage with spell are unfortunately surviving no turns and thus giving him no regen. Let's see here. This is very strange, but I am actually going to heal Peiko. It's a very foreign idea to me, but it's gotta happen. I should have given him the fire ring. I should have unequipped that off of Momo before I dropped her from the party. But I'm like, it'll be fine. I don't need to do that. Yeah, I needed to do that. And let's see here. Bum, bum, bum. I'm having really bad luck with this now. Getting the worst possible packs for this. On the plus side, I guess we're getting Peiko a little closer to leveling, but it's not exactly what I'm trying to accomplish here. I think I'm going to go to the backside after I finish up here. There we go. This Vulcan, I think, will do the job for me. Grab the protein. Got the monopolize. There we go. And we're gonna cast a burn. So close. So very, very close, but not quite. Okay. Okay, so Gar is now level 16. He can now get the one and only ability, that you get from buys, which is useful. And then we can swap him onto another master. I think I am going to get him up to level 19 because it's pretty fast. And then I'm going to actually check how much time I have left. So after that, I'm going to do a little checking there, and then I'll figure out exactly what I want to do from there. Because I'm actually pretty much done with what I had intended to do here. I've got Momo where she needs to be. It's been less than 2 hours, so this has been pretty fast in terms of a catch-up stuff. And we should be able... Because I could if I wanted to get all the way to 22, but at the same time I do feel like as long as I get up to about level 19, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about gaining 3 levels in one fight if I'm doing like a more late game leveling for him. So I think we should be fine. Hello to you. Hello. You want to play hide and seek again? Huh? You don't? You've really been practicing, haven't you? Okay, Gar, it's time to show you the secret form of our game. Gar learned chain form. I get it. One of you wants to copy my tricks, right? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll pretend. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Okay, we will put him under her. I love playing hide and seek. It's like a drama, you know? First you part ways, only to meet each other again. How wonderful it is. Thanks for playing with me. I can teach you a few things in return. Want to become my apprentice? Absolutely. Okay, so he's now going to be under her. Gar, I make you my apprentice. No, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get Gar up to level 19, and then we'll get whatever this ability is. I don't actually know. I don't remember which one of these girls gives the one thing and which gives the other. I remember what the other guy gives, but I don't remember what either of these two actually give. So it's... Well, no, I remember what one of them has, but I don't remember what even the other one has. Now that I think about it. I only remember 3 of the items, or not items, but 3 of the things that you get from these 4. And so I don't remember what the last one is. So I'm hoping that this gives us what I'm thinking of, and if it isn't, then I'll just not worry about it, but I will be sad. Okay, so we discovered new work, we got new merchandise, and we had a lemon. Help us, help us! Tell us what we should be doing to build our village. You already know what to do, right? Yeah, baby. It's up to you now. Okay, so that's good. So lemon, how many of these do we have? 3, 6, 8. So it looks like we have 16 fairies total. I'm gonna take a look at what this person sells. You're not the right group. Welcome, I've got nothing but the best. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. More people working, the faster we get new stuff. What should I make? Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so we are ready to save the game. We've got Gar in good shape to level up here. And the other thing that we do need to do is we need to have Nina get put under Emitai now, because we currently can't level at all with her, so we'll need to fix that. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this time we are actually going to go around to the back of the volcano, because I did just remember that, holy shit, I could be fighting 2 Vulcans at a time. Let's get to a place where we can fight 2 Vulcans at a time. So in the back of the volcano, I don't think necessarily in this location we can, but I think that in the previous location, there's a large enough space that you can actually fight 2 Vulcans. So we got a couple of lava men here. Do I want to? And yes. So I'm actually going to walk right back out this door. I'm going to swap Momo in the party and take that fire ring to give it to Peiko. Because Peiko needs to have that fire ring. This is unacceptable. It's not acceptable. Okay, so attack, monopolize, attack. And I have done little enough damage that I did not one-shot those lizard men, so I think that it's worth, at the very least, trying to use. So this is a big, big spot, I think. So I think this might be the kind of terrain that we're looking for. This isn't exactly where I fought the large groups of Vulcans, but there we go. This is perfect. So this spot here, we're just in the middle of this shenanigans. I think this should be plenty big enough to fight a pair of Vulcans. And that is why I had monopolized as a thing that I was doing. But it doesn't matter, because I actually represent, so... It's probably fine, just charging is probably a more efficient way to handle it. But yeah, if I can get 1800 EXP on Gar, that'll be pretty sexy. Come on, dual Vulcans. I love how I'm facing the smallest packs that there are. The absolute smallest groups that... There's a single Vulcan. Good enough. So we're gonna charm it, monopolize, and... I think that the double Vulcan pack is quite rare. But there are actually several packs that have Vulcans in them, so Vulcans are pretty common overall in this dungeon. So we failed to steal from it. Okay, so we're gonna burn it. And So Lava Burst is coming out. Everybody in the party is actually going to get healed by this. There we go. Hey, we got the seal off first, and we grabbed the protein, so that's nice, actually. And he did not even do enough damage to secure a kill, so... Gar did not quite get enough EXP to level, but that's okay. That's fine. So, I think we need about 3 more of those to get him done. That was silly of me. Could have gotten triple the EXP from this fight. But, he's now level 17. We have 2 more levels to go before he is all golden. Okay, so... We are almost there. We are almost there. And I could if I want. He actually needs a lot of EXP. Gar has a really, like, steep leveling curve, which does not help him. Like, he needs a lot of EXP to level up, which is really unfortunate for him. Because he also doesn't really get that much from his levels. So I'm wondering, and I think the answer is yes. I am going to start torching this thing. And I'm gonna get 6. Do I want 6? That's... I think I'm gonna get 4 into this thing. Oh, I missed. Okay, I'm gonna get 5 into it then. Oh, shit. Using a normal melee attack, which is literally the only thing it can do that's dangerous. Okay, so... now that I think about it, this might be really dangerous because I might not, and I probably won't. I'm not going to kill that in one hit. And we're about to pump up its stats by a lot. We're going to double its stats 2 more times. This is a problem. Oh man, I don't even know how much experience this is going to give me. If Gar gets an extra level, it's not that huge a deal. What is kind of a big deal is the fact that I do not have enough damage output to actually hurt this thing right now. I'm gonna snooze. We're gonna have him say, I need to guard, and we're gonna use a war shout. That is 782 damage! Oh my god! And that is why you want to be careful with these. it's not difficult to get them so terrifying that they just blow you up instantaneously. We're gonna run. That is what's gonna happen here. Okay, so we successfully escaped. Wow. 782 damage. Get wrecked, Ryu. Get wrecked. That's what happens when you exceed your limits. So this is a place where you can fight what is, statistically speaking, going to be the hardest enemy in the game, right? You're not going to get anything stronger than a maxed out Lava Man. Just from a raw statistical standpoint. The disadvantage that the maxed out Lava Man has is that it only has 150 HP, so it basically just... you can't kill it with a physical attack, but because magic defense is so weak as a stat, it's always going to be reasonably easy to just kill it off with a spell. So we'll see how things go from here as I continue trying to run into more Vulcans. I'm really hoping for a double Vulcan. There's one Vulcan. So we're going to try and steal another protein. And again, the proteins are not, like, important to us for this particular run. But you might as well get them. You know, like, once I finish the post-game, it'll be nice to have them. Oh, I haven't stolen from this. I'm actually going to take advantage of this opportunity to snooze a bit on Arc so that I can get my AP back. Because I think this is the best opportunity to do it. And there we go. So we got a nice little 8 AP. We can now use one of those to cast Burn. And then we just stab this thing in the face and kill it. All good. But yeah, getting the whatchamacallits, the Lava Men to the point where they give pretty good experience compared to something like a Vulcan requires that you really, like, do a lot of work. It requires that you basically make them unstoppable killing machines. And you have to get their stats up really high. That said, they are the highest experience granting enemy that you can possibly get to. They can reach the EXP cap. You just have to keep on doubling their EXP until they get to that point. So, we are going to chill here, chill here. Alright, so we're going to try and kill this. We're going to monopolize. We're going to stab. I guess we're not going to stab with him. He's going to punch, but close enough. So, we got the XP monopolized. This is, I think, 300 experience. Okay! Boom! Stabity! There we go. Okay, so we have one more level that he needs to get before he is ready. So that's not quite a kill. So Peiko is about to level up. And we have... I think that we'll be fine on Arc. He has... Yeah, he has 4 levels that he has to obtain before he's gonna start out-leveling what he's gotta be, so he should be fine. He would have to get 5 levels worth of experience to level up, and he's high enough level now that that's gonna take a while, right? Unless I'm using Monopolize, it's just gonna take a while to get 5 levels. As you get higher into the game, levels start slowing down dramatically, right? Boss fights are no longer giving you so much experience that you're looking at leveling up multiple times, potentially. Right, there's no equivalent to the Dodai coming up, right? Nothing like that. So, we can go ahead and attack this Vulcan. I am a dummy. We're gonna attack this Lava Man instead. Am I? I think I'm actually gonna burn this. I'm gonna cast Pyrokinesis, and we're gonna use a Flame Strike. Because the Lava Men... And I guess I could have just snoozed on Arc, which would have been fine as well. Excuse me. It would have in fact been better, because we wouldn't have to go through the animation of the Vulcan. But what we can do here is we can get a little bit of extra experience out of this, and by a little I mean we're gonna quadruple the XP gain from this enemy. For pretty much no cost, right? We just go ahead and stab it. It'll die. We use Pyrokinesis on the other one. And because of the fact that they're slower than the enemy, interestingly enough, that's surprising to me, but it's actually faster than Arc after that. So, boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we stab this one now. He's gonna guard, because he's Gar. And that's a miss. And that is a get wrecked, friend. Okay! Boom! That's 1,360. So close. I think that if we had set one of those guys on fire, that would have been enough. Just one more tick. But one more tick is, of course, going to be a little dangerous. We run the risk that we're not going to one-shot them anymore if we do that. Alright, so he's going to monopolize. So shield's coming out. We don't have to worry about Reprisals killing them before he gets a turn. Well, I guess it could have if the other one had been Reprisaled and Peiko got a crit. Is that enough? That is a yes. So, Gar's level 19. We have obtained everything that we need here. So we're gonna pop on out of here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And we've mastered yet another master. So it's about 2.25 hours. So we're going to bring Fall over. We're going to bring Nina over to talk to Emitai. And I think that we're done, actually. I think that I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made with our masters, and that we're going to be able to continue on with the plot of the game without too much worry. One of the things that I did want to do this playthrough that I don't usually do is I did want to finish all of the masters, right? And that's something that I have never actually done before. I've never gotten every master completely mastered. I've never gotten every enemy skill in the game. And doing that level of completion is something that I want to do, and that I am happy that we're making progress toward. Oh, hi there. I just can't tear myself away from hide and seek. Thank you for trusting me in all this time. I have a present for you. Gar learned the magic form. This is what we were looking for, actually. So, anyone want to become my apprentice? No, actually. See you later, then. Do we want... Yeah, why not? Whoa, you frightened me! Remind me of the time you found me when we were kids. As a way of saying thanks for playing with me, then, I'd like you to help me out. Why don't you become my apprentice? Alright then, good luck. Okay, so... Gar is going to be her apprentice now? Nope. And we are done. Do we have anything else that we need to do right now? So the magic form is an interesting one because it increases the intelligence of the person in the back row. So we're gonna swap Gar out because he's done for now. But we're gonna look at the form. So the magic form increases the third person's magic stat at the cost of not attack, not defense, nothing like that, of just magic. So it basically increases the int stat of the third party at the cost of int of 1 and 2, which is really, really potent. But the other thing that it does, which it does basically better than anything else, is it protects the crap out of that person in the back row, because 80% of attacks go to the first two slots. So it's 40% and 40%, which is a really, really significant reduction in the amount of damage that person in the back row is going to take. So particularly with a build like the one that I have, where I have a character like Momo, who is not super squishy, but is not like tanky, right? She's not a tank. That's just not how she's built. So because of the fact that we have that character, we can plop that in, and then if the enemies attack Peiko, great. If the enemies attack Arc, great. It's one of the only ones that we can do that will have that kind of an impact without reducing the defense stat of the person who's actually getting hit, which is going to be relevant for exactly one fight in the game. I may or may not use it for that fight. We will see, but that's the general principle behind why I want it, is because for enemies that are going to hit single target really hard, I want the ability to protect that character while not making the other characters easily one-shottable by dropping their defense. So 10,000 Zenny is fine. Wow, it really is 10,000 Zenny. Oh, I never thought I'd really get... Alright then, a deal's a deal. I'll teach you everything I know. Hi. Alright then, I named Nina as my pupil. Is there anyone else who'd like to study under me? Nope. Maybe some other time then. Okay, so we now have Nina under Emitai. That's going to be something that we sit on for quite a while. And let's see, what else do we need to do now? I'm going to take a look at my master's list. But I think that we're pretty close to done. Go India. And this is just a Randall's house. Oh, I completely forgot about Hachio. Who's gonna get Hachio and for how long? Hachio is really trash. I guess I'll give Hachio to Gar eventually. Yeah, I can't imagine. There's no other character that I would imagine giving Hachio to. Because it needs to be somebody who doesn't benefit from, that's not getting any agility anyway. And Gar's agility might as well be 0. It's never going to be high enough to be relevant. So he's similar to Peiko in that regard. So, let's see here. Okay, so we've saved the game, and we can check this. What do we want to do? We want to look at our master list. So we now have Bunyan, Johto is not done, Pandara is done, Emitai is not done, Daze is not done, but Baisley are done, Win is not done, but she's got her person on. And I think that is us ready. Let's see. I'm gonna take off whatever Nina has. We're gonna take off the speed boots at the very least. Robe of Wind. I don't think Momo can equip this. I think Robe of Wind can only be equipped by her, but I actually am going to unequip this just to check. We're gonna pop Momo in the party. Because if Momo can equip that, then I definitely want her to have it on, because it's 0 weight and gives multiple resistances. And yeah, that's correct. She cannot wear that. So she can wear the Laurel. I'll give her that. And if I want, I could give her the speed boots, which would give her 30 agility. And her power... Ooh, sleep shells are actually stronger than shotgun shells. So we're going to go ahead and give her sleep shells. And she now has 150 power. So not too shabby. She actually has almost as high a power as Peiko, who is substantially higher level. Anything else that we need? Peiko has, obviously, 159 to compare to her 150. So he is going to equip a different weapon. So he can equip Barbarossa if he wants, but Barbarossa is really slow. Do I just want to leave this one on? I think that I do. Yeah, we're just going to leave this weapon on because this heavy dagger is very light and also very damaging. So we're going to keep this on. We got the Mithril Shield, we got the Platinum Helmet, and we are, I guess, set. I can use Blizzard Mail if I want, but we don't need to do it yet, because it's not... Who has the Ice Shield? Okay, we're gonna actually pop out of here, because I need to tinker with my party a bit. I think Ray might have it. Oh, the other thing that I do need to do is I need to bring Ray into the party and have him take this off. But the other thing that he needs to do... Do I need... Yeah, we're gonna bring Gar in. Take a look at what he has. He doesn't have anything that he needs to remove. Okay, so Ray is going to be dedicated to Daze for the next 15 levels. So his HP and defense gains are going to be trash. But he's going to get pretty good attack power out of it, which he benefits from to an extent. More so than Ryu does at any rate. And he will get some... he'll get his agility boosts as well, which is, I think, very valuable for him. It'll also bump his int and his AP, which he's pretty lacking in. Considering how high level he is, he does not have a lot of AP. So hopefully this will allow him to be more of a appropriate powerhouse later on. So we will go ahead and... You want to see Daisy? Yes, we do. Well, what are you doing here? Did you miss me that much? You mean there's someone who wants to learn from me? I'm actually wondering... I have a suspicion... Now, I'm going to put him under her, but I have a suspicion that I'm actually not going to want to do what I'm thinking right now. I was thinking that I would want to just leave him under her for 15 levels, but it might be better to do it when he's higher level than to do it right now. Though that said, I think just giving him +1 agility per level is pretty valuable. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think we are pretty much done for right now. I need to go do some more research to figure out if I have anything else that I want to do for right now, but I don't think that I do. I think that I'm pretty much set. I could go get that Demon's Bane sword to equip onto Arc if I wanted. Do I want to do that? Sure. We have one last thing that we're going to be doing on the stream tonight, and that is getting this Demon's Bane sword. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. The way that we need that is we just need to go get a couple of black bass and pop over to the Manillo and just pick it up. So that should be pretty quick and easy. And that is a 99 power weapon, which is quite a lot. So Arc is going to be jumping ahead considerably in damage for, at the very least, a short period of time. So I believe that there are black bass here. Pretty sure there are.
Get ready?
Are you a black bass or a normal bass? It's a normal bass. So, I figure the bass that are toward the beginning here are probably going to be the normal ones, and the ones that are deeper are going to be the black bass.
Good.
Dun, 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 dun. We will see how this is gonna go. Okay, that's not a bass, that's a smaller fish. Oh, shit. Okay. Got trout here. I'm actually wondering whether this is where I want to catch my black bass. Because I could go catch my black bass in place that is gonna have more of them, probably. This is just a normal bass. I can definitely tell with these because the normal bass respond to a rank 4 lure, and the black bass do not. So if I do a +2 tech and it responds, then it's just a normal bass. Okay, this is just a normal bass as well, it looks like. They might all be really deep here. So maybe I should just go back to Barandi territory and... It's also possible that there aren't any here and that I'm a crazy person who thinks that there are some here, but that there are not. So we're gonna catch the fish that's down here. And that's our black bass. So we have one of them. We at least have confirmation that they exist here and that I'm not a crazy person. Well, okay, let's be honest. We don't have confirmation that I'm not a crazy person. You're never gonna get that kind of confirmation. I am definitely a crazy person. But in this particular case, you know, broken clocks right twice a day. And we've got a black bass under our belt. Okay, the fact that that responded to a +2 indicates to me that I should just exit out of here. We just need one more, and I'm just gonna go ahead and catch it here. We'll catch some bass along the way, just normal bass. It's fine. But the black bass are very rare here. They're more rare than I thought. So, it's too bad.
Get ready.
Now, if I did have an angling rod... Okay, so that is probably a black bass over there. That is, I think, a normal bass. Okay, so time to throw it out. Let us get over her head. Are you? Shit. I didn't notice the piranha. So that one over there, I think, is actually what I'm looking for. I didn't see it respond to the +2 while the other one was, so I think that that one is what I'm looking for. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm gonna try and weave my way through these. This is a black bass, I think. I did not see it respond to the +2, and there we go. This is the bass that we're looking for. Get the hell... Get under control! Get ye under control, sir! Da, 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 da. There we go.
Very good.
So we caught our second black bass there. We can go ahead and catch whatever bass this is. We know it's a normal bass, but that's fine. We'll catch it anyway. There we go. It's not a very big one, so that's too bad, but alright. So we have done this. And one of the things that I am going to have to check before the next stream is whether I need to do more fishing. I don't really have an interest in trying to get the max rank for all of the fish right now, because there are better fishing poles that I'm going to have at my disposal eventually. That being said, while I don't want to get everything right now, if there is some stuff that I can get, in terms of there's a dude who we talked to who was developing fishing stuff, and if we can get that stuff, I would like to, but I don't know if it's possible to get any of it because the point values that it requires might require fish that we don't currently have access to in order to be able to get to the totals that we need. So I think that that's very likely that we don't have access to, getting enough to do that. But we will find out. For now, we are just going to, I guess, pop over to this fishing spot. And we're just going to pop our lure on and get ourselves a Manilo caught.
Get ready.
Get ready. And we've got a corn. Oops. Just gonna leave it at 1, it's fine. Okay, here comes the Manilo. And so we've already acquired all the other fish that we needed. We needed some high-level fish for it, but we already have all those, so all we need. There we go. We've got enough to get the Demon's Bane. 7 weight, 99 power, and does bonus damage against thingers. Also, the other thing that we do need to do, and I will go do that before we end, is I need to go catch the other Manilo and go buy myself 5 Skilling. Before we do that, however, we are going to go over here and say hello. Da, 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 da. Alright. So, nothing new from this person. I was just checking because I passed 6,000 points. But I think that you need to get a really, really high value before this person gives you anything. I think you need over 8,000 or something like that. Which is quite a lot. So we're heading to Mount Zublo. We are going to go buy some skilling over the place over here. Let's do it. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum. Heading down to here. Let us head down to here. So I believe this is the place that has the Manilo who gets excited about the octopus. So if we get 5 skillings here, I think that'll be enough for the foreseeable future. I don't think that we need more than that. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wow, that's new. Okay.
Good.
Never seen a Manila that was that hostile to being caught before. Okay. So, we've just caught ourselves another 5 Skillinks, and I think that we're pretty much done for now. So the next time that we start up the stream, we are going to head onto that boat. Well, I guess we'll get on the boat, and then we'll get on the ship and progress with the story, and we are going to go across the sea. I will check whether I have to do anything else around here first. I don't think I do. I think everybody's got the masters that they need to be on. I think that I have enough of an experience buffer that I'm going to be in okay shape. And so yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure to stream for you tonight, and I hope to see you all again next time.